Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 7 of DeGodCast, the podcast by Degens for Degens. Today is April 12th. It's JB, part of your trio of hosts, along with the homies Chapter and Slate. Today's guest is kind of new to the Solana space. Not many of you have probably heard of them. No, I'm just playing. We got the number one marketplace on Solana, Magic Eden, in the house. Not a big deal. But before that, we're very excited, but you know what time it is. Chapter, hit him with the recap.
Yo, just want to say salute to everybody who just learned about the differences between hot and cold wallets this week. There's nothing wrong with another seed phrase these days. I'm glad y'all made it this far. But all right, the topic of taking profit has surfaced for some strange reason this week. Sounds like, loosen your grip, bro. Trust me, I'm on the internet. But in not so many words. So let's talk about it. For the recap, first, Dead God, rank 4,173, changed hands this week. But not just to be simply exhibited as eye porn for those of us who get those staggering salesbot notifications. For pragmatic or responsible reasons. A young lady decided to alter the trajectory of her real life for some life-changing money. So check this. The buyer, Crass Kitty, Jason Bourne, this sick and deceased leather jacket poker skin for free. 213 Solana. So the seller could unchain herself from the crippling bondage created by the dastardly villain we all know and despise. Higher education. Chess was played as the seller, our homegirl, Yorleen, announced that she could finally pay off all of her student debt and get her very first whip. That's leveling up, bruh. She mobile. Second level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs includes securing the wheels. Plus, if she from the States, them student loan payments come back when that moratorium expires on May 1st. So, well executed. Stay woke if y'all didn't know this. Shout out to the DeGoddesses, Yorleen and Crass Kitty, for transparently bestowing the beautiful context in regards to that heartwarming transaction. But yo, salute the sniper. Not all heroes wear capes. And speaking of capeless heroes, secondly, Mark Coulser, our fellow doxed microphone bro from another show, linked up with the dark-goggled visionary Franklin DeGods himself last week for an impromptu discussion regarding numerous time-stampable things. We talking dead gods, exiles, as well as an inkling into the scope and scale of the future. But y'all not sneaking all the hot takes over here. Go check out my man's Mark Coulser's podcast if you're trying to catch up in 4K. Salute in all caps. But it was a cool week, bruh. Not too many announcements were made. But even so, hella fire threads were woven into the fabric of the internet, lifting the hood on why the fuck everybody's so fucking hype about the gods, bruh. You love to read it. Gotta link my favorite one in the description because I can. Bro, the fucking plane flying over the BTC Miami conference this past weekend made some huge fucking waves on Twitter as my guy Marty, not to be confused with Third Web Marty, salute, but the bearded homie, head honcho over at Zion Labs, launched the WTFIF.xyz site via Southeastern Sky to dox the allure tied to our esteemed brother. That shit was fucking crazy. What else? Sunday night, the big homie Shaq went from the godless legend to pulling off an anomalous flex by fucking atting everyone in the fucking chat after sniping the nasty Steve for essentially no cost. Bruh. Y'all go try that in the Discord after you buy into a project. Let them know you GMI. Let us know if it's the @everyone meta. But the squad gets deeper every day though, as the gods and dead gods diffuse further and ID numbers get listed to grant those positions to the hands of the liquid. Couldn't be me though, but the game's the game. And everybody want to talk market cap and the floor all day. Neat. KPIs. Amazing. But it's been months. The god's on fire. But what if you're new in the building and you interested in what your fellow DeGod homies have built? Well, consider it addressed. Super cool initiative. The Builders.xyz is a space that was created by the OG homie Vittler, cataloging a multitude of projects built by fellow DeGods in alphabetical order, connecting the people with the homies' creations, and the shit got links to those Discords, websites, and Twitter handles for all of the respective architects. Big salute. Y'all can't rug now, but but definitely a dope place to see what your gang-related colleagues have cooked up and what they're working on. Support the homies, diligence and all that though. Oh, and another thing, dudes over at Sonar Watch revealed this morning that you can now track your stake to gods and pending dust at sonar.watch. Shit is nice. And finally, you know what we always talking about at the end? Because Finn, the unparalleled streets favorite, do your own research application beta got the in-depth stats on all listed collections coming, the bullish and bearish alpha calls coming in-app, notification settings so you don't have to keep your phone in low power mode 24/7, portfolio profit/loss analysis, bruh, fucking Dior. Shit is fucking crazy. Like, it's legit wild. Like how it has so many features, but still does not give financial advice. Just like this show. Let's fucking go. Oh, and something's coming. Whatever that means.
Let's fucking go. I appreciate the student loan tip. I actually didn't know that, so I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to log into my student loan account. But yes, crazy week. Even though I mean, not much has popped off, right? As much as we've been used to in the last few weeks. Now it's just like dead gods are here, and it's a scramble to get your god deaded and all that. So, but like I said, we do have the number one marketplace in Solana with us today, represented by the legends Chartfu and Tiff. Lots to talk about, lots of questions that we have as plebs and a community on what it's like to be the number one marketplace in Solana and how the hell this shit even works. But how are you guys doing? Nice to meet you.
Doing good. Nice to be here. Thanks for the invite.
That was an amazing recap. I wish we did all of our meetings like that at Magic Eden. Yeah, hyped to be here, man. Like, this is amazing. Thanks for having us.
Definitely sets the mood and gets shit going. The recap is unbelievable. All right, so like I said, there's probably a lot to unpack here, a lot of questions we have, a lot of things we can talk about, but why don't you guys just start by giving me a little bit of like background on yourselves and maybe what got you into this Web3 space before we get into the whole ME thing. Just lay the groundwork for me.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, I got into the space like 2016, 2017. To be honest, yeah, like the whole craziness about like Bitcoin got me into it. So yeah, I was just there and I started trading. And yeah, basically at the top, I didn't sell, of course. Like, yeah, like all the fishes. So I decided to like learn trading, and I learned trading like in that bear run. So I actually like made, like, in the end, like I made money by trading, like kind of a shorting Bitcoin down to like 3.5. And yeah, that's kind of how it started. And yeah, I was just trading for a couple of years, doing marketing like in real life, and until like Solana kind of took over like the DeFi space. And then with that, like, yeah, the crazy NFTs started popping out, and yeah, I was sold. So that's kind of the background.
Great, love it. Tev?
And then wait, but Charfu, how did you find Magic Eden?
Oh, I mean, like I can I was saving that for a later time, but yeah, I found Magic Eden, like Magic Eden found me in the Discord. Yeah, they had like this 7-pager white paper. Yeah, a marketplace having like a 7-pager. It was like pretty bad, but like I bought into it. Basically, they wanted to like they approached me because I was helping a friend like running doing some marketing on a collection. So they actually like came to me and said like, oh, we're gonna build like a marketplace in, I don't know, like 2 weeks. Would you be interested in listing with us? And I said like, yeah, you know, like Solana Art is not taking us because like we're not good enough. Then Digitalize like was taking us, but it was taking like really long. So I was just like, yeah, let's do it. And then we jumped on a call, and started talking about marketplaces, marketing and stuff. And yeah, I was planning to take a year off from work. Like before the call, like my plan was to take a year off from work, and then like after the call, I started working like 24/7 for Magic Eden. So yeah,
I haven't taken a day off since, I'm sure.
I tried. I really did try, but it was never possible. Yeah.
I hear that. That's fantastic. Tiff, what about you? A little background. Oh, she gone.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. I was like searching for an old tweet. Man, like, because I was, as Charfu was talking, man, like, so Solana Daily tweeted about us on September 16th, the day before we launched, and it says, Magic Eden, the NFT marketplace Solana deserves. The slickest NFTs marketplace on Solana. 0 listing fees, token rewards for the community. Oh, shit. We have not delivered on the 3rd.
Whoops.
72 hours
Rug.
Yeah, rug.
launch of alpha. Wow.
Yeah. Cross chain. We were also like
Glorious.
cross chain.
Anyway, yeah, my story is very different. I don't come from the NFT world like Charfu does. I was working in, so I've grown up across the U.S. and Taiwan. So I was born in the States, grew up in Taipei, but I've lived across many different states, and then most recently I was living in Hong Kong from 2016 to 2020. I was managing marketing for Marriott there. I was a brand director, and then by the end of it, I was managing marketing for the non-luxury portfolio for all of Asia. Was in a long-term relationship, and I thought the only way I could, this was during the pandemic, right? I was thinking like, okay, how do I like break the distance, and like, how do we get closer together? And I thought the only way I can make this happen is if I take an internal transfer. So I came to the US and then took this job that I really hated. So went from like having a lot of decision-making authority and doing a lot of cool shit, like running big campaigns across China, Indonesia, India, Japan, Korea, you name it, to basically like working remotely and making PowerPoints for 8 hours a day. So long story short is in September, I was like, man, I just am so fucking done, and quit my job kind of cold turkey. Also quit my relationship cold turkey. And then,
Oh shit, you was a full rug. Oh shit.
Got a girl?
fully rugged. But I was like really in quite a bit of personal turmoil and crisis. And but those are kind of like where the best ideas are born. And 3 days after I put in my resignation, I called Kate, who is at Magic Eden as well. And I was like, yo, like, I quit my job. And she was like, hey, you should like work on this Magic Eden thing with us. And we had 2 calls. And then 30 minutes after the second call, I got email access, and then just never stopped working. And, in the beginning, like, I didn't even want to work full time because like I wanted to like take my time and take some time off, same thing as Charfu. And then, so in the beginning, they're like, okay, well, maybe you can write blog posts for $200 per blog post. and then soon it was very quick that they realized they just needed someone to run marketing. So, and then I started running Twitter, and then that became something else. And now marketing has like 13 people on it. And we have over 70 people at this point.
Man, so you really did the like Web 2 to Web 3 thing, like.
Dude, but it's not even Web 2. Like, it's hospitality. Marriott's not Web 2. Marriott's like
That's Web 0. I feel
Yeah,
you,
it's
dude.
hospitality.
I'm a civil engineer. I build roads and bridges. That's like as anti Web 3 as it gets, bro.
like in hospitality schools, they still teach students how to fluff pillows and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's so not web.
Coming from, not crypto, not NFTs, I'm curious because this is all relatively new to me as well, like within the last year or so. What was your first impression of like Web3 and NFTs?
So when I joined Magic Eden, I keep doxing him. Charfu was running marketing.
Charfu's name is Igor, for those listening.
Yeah.
It's a gangster name.
It was, yes, it's definitely a gangster name, but it was hard. It was really hard. But I think like, the good thing about, I think, the team at Magic Eden is like, nobody is really, like, we were all just figuring it out together. It was not like there was any power dynamic. So in that way, I always felt like I could ask whatever I didn't know. And I had also like spent a little bit of time, I spent like 3 years managing a publishing company where I pushed out books like that were anthologies for women. And we sold like over 1,000 books, just a passion project. But like learning how to scale something on social media from scratch was actually more valuable than like all my experience at Marriott.
Wow.
Yeah. Passion project of running a publishing company. Something light. Okay. Yeah, that's very interesting. So you knew the founders of Magic Eden like prior to Magic Eden? it sounds like.
Okay, this is a funny story. So yes, Kate's real name is Katie, and I got laid off.
Does she have the cat PFP on Discord?
Yeah.
That's my girl. That's my plug if I need a project listed, or at least she used to be.
Yeah. She's great. But long story short is when we were 22, we both worked in our first jobs together in consulting, and we both got laid off. So like we both got fired. Like, and then not for performance, but just there weren't enough projects, and so like a bunch of people got laid off. And we went through this really hard time when we were really young, and like, you know, just trying to figure out like, oh my God, what do we do with our lives? And so in that way, we were always kind of there for each other. And so when I quit my job, logically, she was like one of the first people I called. And then, so yeah, she was at Magic Eden. And the funny thing is, this is actually, I don't know if Trevor knows this. At the time when I called Katie, I was in San Francisco having like my moment of like personal crisis. Like, I don't know what to do. And I was staying at a friend's place. And it turns out like that friend is like a waiter, and he waited Jack's table, like Jack, our CEO's table. So like he actually also knew Jack. But anyway, long story short, yeah, it all kind of connects. Like, yeah, good times.
That's not the origin story of Magic Eden I was expecting. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. So, Tiff, you've been around a little longer than Chartfu. What was do you know like what the demand was that created it? Like, we know Solana art was king at the time, and you know, Digitalize was there and wasn't really much of anything, no offense, but like where did the need for Magic Eden come from your perspective, and what do you think was the catalyst that took it from new marketplace? Because when I started NFTs, it was like Solana art and Magic Eden maybe had just started, and within weeks, maybe a month, like Magic Eden was basically number one.
I'm actually going to give this question to Charfu. So clarification, Charfu was the first hire, and I was the second hire.
Oh, true. Okay.
Yeah, number one, number two. Yeah.
Attaboy. Wait. All right. So before you answer that, then I have another question,
Okay.
and this is probably the perfect lead-in for that. What is your job at Magic Eden? You're like the head degen. You're like the face of Magic Eden for people in NFTs. Like,
actually, yeah, kind of. Yeah, you guessed it right. Like, I'm the chief degen officer at Magic Eden, which is like a new title in the business world.
It's a dream title for all of us.
Yeah, facts, definitely.
But yeah, like I started off doing marketing. So I was running Twitter and Discord, and yeah, I was just waiting for a replacement. But I started then, like, while working on marketing and stuff, like I started to do also listings. And then when we started like Launchpad, I started to do like BD. So like, yeah, kind of it transferred to like full BD and partnerships role. But yeah, like I'm kind of a voice of the customer, let's say, and Magic Eden.
Yeah, you're the boots on the ground guy.
Yeah.
For sure. That's how I know who you are. There was a time in my young NFT flipping career where if Chartfu was in your Discord server, it was a bull signal because you knew
they're
that
like,
the project was probably
Chartfu's here.
Yeah, we were like, oh, we're getting listed right after mint. Let's go.
Yeah, because like we were kind of so basically it was hard. Like it seemed that it took us just like a month and a half, but for me it looked like it's taking like years, because like
for sure
we were kind of frustrated. We had like a better product, we had like a better team, we had like everything better, and it didn't work. So like our strategy was like, we have to list everything first. Like, and like how I did it is just by joining every single project that was minting, and I had to mint. So basically we would extract the candy ID, and then we would pull a hash list out of it, and then we could list. And we were listing everything first. And that's how we actually, like, by being like the number one, and by like kind of trying to like build up a young relationship with a project from the start, but like being number one and offering them a platform where they could trade was kind of the secret sauce, you know, and kind of not sleeping all the time. Like me and Kade, so like we were the listing team at that time. We were kind of not sleeping at all. Like it's literally like it's been like 4 or 5 days that I didn't sleep, that I was just like working, like, and then you would sleep like one day and then like the same. So yeah, that was our secret sauce, like hustling like nobody ever before.
I can think of at least one project that you didn't list first. I think it's a pretty big project too.
Who?
DeGods.
Yeah.
I missed the boat on that one.
So and like we also like the thing was we kind of were vamping other projects. So basically projects, they wanted to have like exclusive listings with Solana art. And we were thinking like, come on, like we're here in Web 3.0 and it's like exclusivity. Well, what does that mean? You know, like everything is available on the chain. So we can list, we can verify the collection, and we can, you know, like kind of vamp it. So like at the beginning, it wasn't working because like if you as a project kind of tell your community to trade on Solana art, they would go and trade on Solana art. So we were picking up like little pieces because like we were always faster, you know, like Solana art had like a exclusive listing with a project and they didn't list them for hours after the mint, you know, and we listed them in a second. It was literally a second. As soon as I saw sold out, it was listed on Magic Eden. And that's why people started to come to us because like, yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that because I've noticed Solana art recently started doing that.
Yeah.
Like just pulling the hash list and listing projects and people are like, yo, we didn't even apply to them. Like, how are we listed? So it's funny to hear that was like your guys' strat in the beginning was like, all right, we're just going to list them first and then we'll try and snipe the volume. It makes sense. And I mean, do you really think that that was the catalyst that propelled you guys to number one, is that you just got people listed faster? Or do you think there was anything other than that?
I mean, there's definitely more to it. It's not just like that. It's like the product itself, like our marketing was organic and we started from zero. We didn't know, like I was the most connected person in the community. And it was hard to like kind of get on the radar. We didn't want to use like, you know, like different sorts of marketing or I don't know. We were trying to close exclusive deals in the beginning because we thought like that's the way. But then when we saw that nobody wants that, like, then we said, oh, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to do like and that worked. But like,
list everything.
Yeah. It's not just that, like, it's like the team, you know, like the founders are people who work like in big companies. They built marketplaces, you know, like they built like Uber Eats, they worked in Coinbase, you know, so like all that experience like translated into like a better product, better UI, UX, you know, and then also like the relationships that we had with projects because like they could actually speak to us and they can actually like speak to us today. So you can see us answering like every tweet, you know, like.
Yeah.
I didn't see.
Answering, posting memes under. Yeah. We see you.
Yeah. Like when we were starting, I was like we have to win the community over. Like we have to be there because like crypto and NFTs, it's all about community. And like if we're a part of the community, then it's like it's gonna be easy. And yeah, it turned out to be like that. And because like there are customers, we live from that. So like it's important to have that approach.
So it's been 7 months since you guys launched, 7-8 months, something like that. Not a long time by real world standards, but I'd imagine that you've grown exponentially company wise since then. What is it like to scale from being, you know, literally nothing to the new marketplace, the new kids on the block, to the number one marketplace on the entire blockchain? Like, is that an insane process, or is it kind of easy to do because it's Web3? What's that scaling process like?
To be honest, like I'll let Tiff answer this like more elaborate, but like I'll just tell you, like it's crazy. Like it's I don't know, like you see like things that are happening fast. I saw like crypto being fast, you know, like just like regular companies in crypto. But then like this NFT, like the NFT part of it, it's like 10 times faster than anything else before. So yeah, it has some challenges, but like in the end, like it's been super fun. But yeah, like I'll let Tiff speak about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun, but it was also a lot of work. I remember, I mean, you can ask Charfu, like in the beginning, like you just didn't sleep. Like
I
the
didn't
man
sleep.
just did
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
There were like, he would go like how many days without sleeping? Like 2, 3 days just without sleeping. Um,
yeah.
and then for me, it was like, yeah, we just literally worked every minute we were awake. Like I'd take my phone into the bathroom with me because, there was just like no time to
Yeah.
not work.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's kind of gross, but
Dude, I do that now. And I'm like just shit posting on Twitter, so I feel you.
yeah, that's why it's called shit posting.
Ooh.
Oh,
That was a good one.
Bars.
Yeah, that was yeah.
yeah. I remember back in the days, like we would need, like, oh, back in my age, we would need to like,
Okay, boomer.
we like had to buy collections to list with us, and I remember just working until 3 a.m. in the morning, like alongside like Kate and Zed, who's on our team. Like so basically after I agreed to start working at Magic Eden, then Katie was like, hey, come to Colorado and just work with me out of our apartment. Oh, so for those who don't know, like Zed and Katie are husband and wife. So then I flew over, and then like we just worked for one straight week. It's to the point where the first day we were so busy, like I just like they didn't make the bed because we were too busy, and so I just slept on like a bare mattress. And then we cooked, but we cooked a couple meals, but like nobody was washing dishes, and so just like the apartment was a mess. But yeah, it was good. And then our first Twitter Space happened when Twitter Space is still in beta, and we needed to get someone to give us Twitter Space. So I went and like hunted down an engineer at Twitter to like give us the beta, and we got it 1 hour before the space. Like,
Wow.
Wild.
I mean, I just remember like all these like we really have been battle tested, and even after that, like if people remember, if they've been around long enough, like there was a period when Magic Eden wasn't doing too hot in the eyes of the community. We had like that derivative drama, we had launchpad drama, we had Balloonsville drama, so like this team, like me and Charfu are like truly battle tested, like truly, like,
Yeah.
and like if any big crisis comes up, like I remember January in particular was a really hard month. But I'm really grateful we're past that, and really grateful the community has kind of like seen us through,
Mm-hmm.
didn't give up on us.
It must be there was a lot of vitriol and hate actually for you guys in the marketplace for some time, and I just wanted to know, like, when that was happening,
Yeah.
did that have like a effect on you mentally, or how did you guys cope with that?
100%. There were days it was so hard to look at Twitter because we were just getting railed at. Like it was really hard. And I think the day of the Bloomsville rug was the hardest day on the job for me. Actually, Charfu and I kind of like managed that whole thing together because it sounds silly, but at the time we didn't even have pager duty set up, meaning like nobody else was awake at the time because a lot of people were in Australia, like the core team was in Australia. So it was just like Charfu and I at the helm trying to figure
Holy
this shit
shit.
out. And then he like was like, let's derug it. And then I was like, okay, if you say we should derug it, then let's derug it. But yeah, there were some days that were extremely, extremely mentally difficult. I don't know, Charfu, what about you?
Yeah, like for me, kind of the most difficult thing was like when we were just like not getting collections listed. To be honest, that was like my biggest challenge. Like, yeah, I was just like getting frustrated. I was like on the verge of crying, to be honest. Like, how are we not getting the volume? We were doing everything better. Like, that was kind of like I went to bed like and I was like supposed to sleep, and I'm just like thinking, and I cannot sleep. It's like, just like what else can we do? Like it's been like eating me up literally. So yeah, like that that were kind of my challenges. I always knew, like I knew since I first talked with our CEO Jack, I knew that we're gonna be the number one marketplace. Like I told him that. Like I told him like after on our first call, like I told him like if you do that, if you do what you have in this 7 pager, which actually looks bad, like if you do that in 6 weeks, we're gonna be like the number one marketplace on Solana. And it took us, I think, like 7 weeks or 8 weeks to like get like over 50, 60% of market share. But yeah, I was like I kind of felt it. You cannot explain it any like by anything different. I just felt it that this is gonna happen because like there was like an obvious gap. You had like Solana Art, which was like kind of the go-to place for exclusive collections, for big collections, and they were not like doing anything new. They were just like built this marketplace and left it like that. Didn't want to list project, and then you had like Digitalize, which was kind of a new, and they were like doing a good thing, listing all the projects, but they didn't have like a good product at that time, I would say. So like there was like an obvious gap to step in and create like a marketplace like Magic Eden is today now.
Still waiting on that token for customers, apparently, that was in the roadmap. First I've heard of that.
Yeah. That's how you know, like none of this is rehearsed. Like I literally just grabbed that tweet as we were.
That's so funny, dude. I would guarantee you like 90% of the people who use Magic Eden never knew at any point that there was supposed to be a token involved.
But they all expected. Come on. Wen token, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know about that shit, bro. But where's my token? Wen token.
Yeah. Oh, now once this drops, like the clock is ticking for that to drop, just so you know. I would say there was a period where you guys were number one, you were getting all the volume, and you didn't make many changes. And then all of a sudden, in the last, I don't know, 2 months maybe, time barely means anything to me, but there's been this kind of reinvigorated Magic Eden where like you guys are dishing out UI UX changes, you're dishing out new features. What do you think was the catalyst for that? Was it the like derivative season and the whole Balloonsville thing? What made you guys be like, shit, we need to kind of start putting out some new content?
Oh, so it's basically like when we're talking about it, I think like you mean our homepage, which is kind of it's kind of the representation of the whole website. So I mean, like we've been building features first, like since the start. So we had like the first bidding on Solana. Nobody had like bidding, and it was just like pretty straightforward. It wasn't like perfect, but we were the first ones to kind of ship it. Then like we've been building some features as the first, because like that was kind of our thinking at the beginning. If we ship like those features first, we gonna win the race. But like it was kind of in the end, like it was listings. But yeah, like the derivatives drama, we had to like think and resolve this in a way that's not gonna hurt, because like we never wanted to be like a place that will say people what to buy and what not to buy. We want to inform people. So we were in a really tough spot, because you don't want to like delist all the derivatives. If you delist one derivative, then like you have to delist all of them. That's not fair. And then like what actually is a derivative, right? That's like a hard topic, because like a derivative is something that's inspired by, and that can be everything, right? So everything in the world can be a derivative. And when you go to court as a derivative, it's like you are actually like, there's no written law that would define it. So you're actually like the judge has to decide if it's a derivative or if it's not. So like in one country it will be a derivative, and in another it won't. So it was hard, and we had to do something. So we just added the derivative badge. And the derivative badge was showing people that they're buying something that's like basically a copy. Like we were tagging like mostly that were kind of that had like copied trades, that had like copied stuff. Because like derivatives, as you know, like you have a derivative, somebody would call a derivative, but it's not, in my opinion. Baby monkey, not baby monkey business, but it's like it's some derivative of, it's imitation of Board Game Yacht Club. Those, in my opinion, are not derivatives, because like it's original art, it's original trades, it's everything's original. So we were kind of marking those that were kind of copying directly stuff from other collections. And then we had to revamp like we got a lot of feedback from big, from blue chip collections, and they were like, oh, I don't want, like we're not getting attention, and then like all those pump and dump projects are getting attention. And like first step was just doing like a toggle. You have now like that's like 24 hours 7 days, and 30 days. So that was step one, right? And by default, it was set on 7 days. So people would get like a more realistic picture of popular collections, right? Now that was kind of the first step. And the second step was then like, we want to showcase, like we want to give visibility to creators. So we have to do something. We have to like revamp the homepage, because like you spend like most of the time when you come to Magic, you just come to the homepage and just like look now on carousel. So like you have like different projects. So the next step was introducing this kind of a carousel that was voted by the Magic DAO. So we have like our Magic DAO, and then we have like a vote every week where we kind of where they nominate projects, and then projects with the most nominations get into a vote, which 8 or 10 are gonna get into this. So we gave like people actually like a chance to like feature projects, and then we had like added different categories like like what do we have now? Like we have like popular collections, upcoming launch, top community upvoted drops. So that's a new thing that we added now, like last week. Then we have auctions, top market cap projects, because like those deserve to be also like there highlighted, because they will not always be in the popular collections by volume. Then we added now the OG projects. Then we added Magic DAO, featured 10K collections, featured art. Yeah. Like lately, you've been seeing it on DeGodCast. Some people call it like the DeGodCast sales bot, highest sales. Because it's just
there's
like
a DGen egg on
like
top of right now. That's crazy.
Yeah,
good for them. Yeah, I'm very happy with the new homepage, because I remember there was a time where if I was scrolling Magic Eden, I was going to Magic Eden and I was clicking all collections, because that was like it, right? You either could search for something specific or you could go to all collections, and I would just scroll through all collections and I would click on shit that looked cool, and I would just spend my money on dumb shit, having no idea like if there's volume, what the project is, or anything. So I'm a big fan. It makes me buying all my liquid JPEGs way easier. There is some more like technical features that you guys have rolled out. You have the whole escrow thing with offers now. I want to get from your guys' opinion, like, and it can be the homepage if that's what it is, but what is your favorite new feature of Magic Eden? And I'll start. Mine is the feature where DeGods is always on top of the 24-hour, 7-day, and 30-day popular collections. I absolutely love that.
Look, like I'll tell you, I'll be mine too, because like I'm a DeGods, like I'm into DeGods in the pre-sale, so I'm into DeGods in like the first batch, like that was like 2,000-3,000. So I'm an early DeGods fan. But besides that, like I love finally like the new multi listings feature. So basically, I can go into my wallet, I can select like 5 NFTs, and I can list them all at once, give them different prizes. And I love the new feature that's coming, that's gonna be like multi-buy. So yeah.
Oh, like a floor sweeper?
Yeah.
Word,
Sweep the floor, baby.
I personally like that you guys show the Solana
I think I heard about that
now,
one.
so I know not to be pissed off at you guys.
Yeah, so we're not angry
try.
at us. That's so you're not angry at us.
Smart.
That TPS thing gets memed like so much.
Yeah.
Crypto G said like took the design and wrote like TPS -69. It's like one of his posts. But yeah, I think for me, like SPL token, I'm surprised you guys didn't mention that, because you were the first ones that we announced with the Dust integration. So that'll be really exciting. The ability to like mint an NFT and also trade on secondaries using different SPL tokens. We have like a ton that we're doing over the next few weeks.
Yeah. So, all right. Because I mean, that's not like technically live yet, right? So I definitely was going to ask about that. But if you want to drop that as your favorite new feature, that's technically not even happened yet. What's the time frame on that? When can I spend all my dust on more liquid JPEGs?
We have it a couple weeks. Like, I think we're working with your team to do yours first.
Word.
Oh,
smart.
Should be
Let's go. Yep.
Yeah, that's exciting. I think another thing that we're working on that isn't out is expanding more category pages. So the only category right now we have is games. But I think
Yeah.
the time is now. Like I just intuitively feel like the time is now to have like better discoverability on our site. Also, can I just say like the fact that you literally would go through all the collections and look at stuff to buy is like insane to me because we have
super degen.
Yeah.
But this is like last October where there was like a couple hundred. So it was still super degen, and it was 100% like not the most efficient way to buy NFTs, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
But still a lot. That's still a lot of collections to go through.
Yeah, I'm a sicko. I got a lot of free time. I got rugged a lot. I just like bought shit that looked cool. I didn't know what I was doing, so it is what it is.
Can I ask you guys a question? Like, you guys are all working in NFTs full time or part time?
No, ma'am.
Part-time?
No, I am a civil engineer by day. I'm a Twitter shit poster and degen also by day, and I'm a #1 DeGod's cheerleader also by day. So no.
Yeah, I was gonna say like fucking me, like, you know, I just be fucking trying to keep up with like all the shit that's fucking going on with the fucking DeGods and shit. Like, you know, I've been here fucking since I don't even fucking know how long. Because there's so much shit that just be fucking happening like all the fucking time. And then I know if I fucking forget something, I'm gonna go in the fucking Discord and people be like, "Hey, yo, chapter, what about this?" Like, you know, people are gonna fucking press me. So, you know, like,
what do you do for work, chapter? I don't even think I know that.
Oh, who, me? No, I work in healthcare.
Word.
Yeah. No, I work in healthcare.
Okay. What about you, Slate?
I am a full-time degen right now. And
boy.
Tiff, earlier I was gonna say when you mentioned that you were in Taipei, I actually used to live in Taipei for about a year. I taught English there. Yeah, I taught English after college. And I'm about to take some of this DeGod's money and maybe move back for a little bit, I think, because it's definitely my favorite place in the world.
Damn.
If you go, let me know. I'll hook it up and like tell you where to go and stuff. Taipei's great.
That's sick, dude. Yeah,
well, I know where to go.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry. Whoa. Come correct.
I lived there for about a year. So, yeah, I was on the blue line in New Taipei City there.
Word.
All right.
Yeah, and the whole DeGod's money thing has got me thinking, too, because it's like I don't necessarily like love or maybe even enjoy my job. Honestly, my favorite thing about my job is the fact that it's so chill that I can sit on my iPad on Discord and Twitter all day and not work. So,
that's the dream, bro.
Yeah. I mean, if I had a real opportunity to cross into Web3, I'd probably take it, but it would be, you know, something legit. Like I have a very good, stable job with good benefits. So it's like, I'm not going to quit it because all of a sudden I'm doing a podcast once a week about NFTs. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's not off the table for me. And, you know, call me a boomer, call me what you will. I kind of need that sense of security, I think, before I take the leap. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I fucking suck at trading, bro. So I need to fucking spend some more time, like, learning from the super smart people, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Just copy trade Chartfu.
Dude,
yeah, that's what I need to
that's
do.
actually
Oh no, I have a lot of rugs.
I'm curious to see what your rug wallet looks like because mine is like known through the community as being just absolute trash. So I would love to see yours. I'm sure it puts mine to shame.
Yeah, I have like. Does anyone remember Sol Ninjas?
Yeah. Oh, 100%, dude.
Yeah, that was like a 2K, 10K, like 1 or 2 Solman that like rug after like that was like one of my first rugs. I got like 40 of them.
Oh, I got rugged way before that, but yeah.
pretty bad. Then like yeah.
Yo, if you ever need to, if you're ever trying to clear out some space, I own rugworld.soul. You can send all your shit to rugworld.soul, and it's actually a desolates planet that you can go visit, and it's just rugs left and right.
Oh, shit. Cool. I should do that. Yeah. I should do that. I have like shit tons of desolates. Yeah.
It's I don't go there because it gives me nightmares and bad vibes, but lots of people have sent their trash there, so you're more than welcome to as well.
Nice. I'll send some for sure. I'll send some Kongs. You remember Kongs? The Pendant Kongs?
Yeah.
I lost like 250 Sol on them. That was like my worst rug because like I was buying them like crazy. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I minted a Fandong Kong's honeypot, so.
Yeah. And now they don't even have, so basically the guys were putting like the images on AVS.
Yeah.
So we don't even have them on the blockchain. So like now, if you try to look at a Fandong Kong, it doesn't
It's
exist.
gone.
Like the image doesn't exist because like yeah, the account is canceled. Yeah,
Good times.
nice one.
Chief
Nice.
DGen officer is right, bro.
This is actually how I got into DeGods, by the way. Charfu was like, you should ape into this collection.
Oh, word? Like at pre-sale or?
No, I got it at I got 2 of them at 5 sold.
That a girl. Love
4 or
her.
5 stall because like yeah, we were on a podcast, right? We were on a Magic Eden podcast with Soul Playboy and Trix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And like yeah, we were talking about like which collections are like have like the most potential now, and I was just like yeah, DeGods for sure. Like yeah, they were. It was like such a nice buy. Like at 5,
especially at 5, man. At 5, that's that's beautiful. I snagged a few then too.
Yeah.
I think we all did. That's fantastic.
Yeah, look at her how she's chilling. Like
Yeah.
how she's
Yeah.
She didn't buy 1, she bought 2.
Smart.
Go fuck yourself.
My claim to fame in NFTs to this day is buying 3 DeGods P2P at 4 Sol. That's like, all right, yep. Everybody copy trade me for the rest of their life.
Well done.
I'm an influencer now. I made it. I did it.
No, I truly am a disciple of Charfu though. Like if he tells me to buy something, he's like, "Oh, you should check out this project." I will just do it.
Smart. Big brain or DGen?
Tiff has like all the best NFTs because I just like if I tell her something, then I tell her like, well, it's like 100%, and I don't tell her my DGen stuff that probably love, you know.
Yeah.
So she's like a good trader. Although she never sold. Although she never sold anything.
Well, I'm such a chicken shit, to be honest. I'm really bad at selling because I'm like, oh, what if it?
Yeah, you can't miss out on those gains. I hear you.
Yeah.
I want to know a little bit about Magic DAO. So, was Magic DAO already in the works, or was it kind of like a response to the whole Balloonsville drama and whatnot? And also thank you for the 7 Sol because I got an OG and I paper handed it right away. So appreciate that.
If I can be honest, I think we did it too soon because we have a lot of stuff coming down the pike, but like we released it in the end of February. So we created this thing called Magic Ticket, and it has 3 levels. There's like OG, Normie, and DGen. In order, it's OG, DGen, and Normie.
Yep.
And then the whole idea was like, at the time, we were like, let's create these 3 levels and then give them different perks on Magic Eden. They can receive like, whitelists for the Launchpad projects. They can do maybe like we'll do like raffles for NFTs. And then maybe each of them can have different councils where they do special projects. I think, however, it's been really hard to kind of like get traction just because we have so many competing priorities. So the thing that we are working on that we want to do, we really want to work on rewards. So basically helping people feel appreciated for actually transacting on Magic Eden. So that should come down in the pike in like 1 to 2 months. The stuff that we have delivered is that we've done like a ton of events. So we did our one event in New York that was like a Magic DAO event where we took everybody's PFPs and literally put them on the wall as like the yearbook class of 2022. Also in LA, we sponsored NFT LA, and this is actually money that like Magic Eden put up. It actually didn't come out of the Magic DAO funds, but we gave like a special VIP section to all the Magic DAO, all the Magic ticket holders. And then in Miami, we also did like free merch. So like we gave like away hats that said like Magic DAO Miami. So like I think on top of that, the team has done like different social events and social we had like movie nights and other like events. But yeah, I think it's kind of off to a slow start, but we definitely have a lot planned. Like that is the platform by which we'll do all like our rewards and stuff that like people can get back. Okay.
So there's not really anything tangible yet, or are you guys doing the whitelist for Launchpad stuff already, or?
What the whitelist thing has been going. The whitelist and like voting for the homepage has existed since it started.
Okay. And what's with the tiers? Like, do OGs get more whitelist allocation than normies, or this is the part of the show where I try and get some insider info so I can make some trades before it drops, by the way.
Right now, like we're in the middle of setting up a governance structure too. And once we have governance, then like we can define like the stratification of the roles more. Then right now it's kind of like everybody is still kind of the same, but it will change like once we have governance.
Okay.
I think like another thing is we're launching a site soon for it. We actually have spent the last month kind of hounding and like searching for different perks that we can offer. Meaning, like if you're a Magic ticket holder, then you can get a discount on some service, or you can get early access on some project. And so, like that will probably launch in a week. So
Sweet. Oh wow.
we've like
Cool.
hunted down like around like a good number, 5 to 10 different benefits already. So
Very
yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
You mentioned NFT LA and Miami. Do you guys have plans for NFT NYC yet?
Yeah, I need to figure it out, but hopefully, yes. I want to do something with overtime. So with these like Solana events, I kind of feel like a lot of them we are evangelizing to ourselves in a way. Like the people who come to them are like big Solana people, like or like degens. But
Yeah.
the real opportunity is like getting normies into the space. So
Yeah.
if we do something really big with a brand like Overtime, then maybe we could actually create an experience that helps people outside of NFTs get into NFTs. So that's kind of my dream. But yeah, are you going to be at the conference, NFT NYC?
We're trying to work out some kind of live DeGodCast episode, whether it be, a sponsored one that's like on stage at NFT NYC, or we, just get some live interviews in a hotel room or something. We would love to go and show out and represent DeGods, but still working on that. So as of now, no, unless you guys want to sponsor us out there for something.
Maybe we could work together on something. I'll keep you posted on what our plans are. But I feel
We're-
like you guys should definitely do something for New York. Like, there's so much.
Yeah, I think DeGods as a team 100% are planning on doing something for New York. We're just trying to weasel our way into it.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know what overtime is. What is that?
It's like ESPN for Gen Z. Like,
Oh,
it's
word.
a huge content platform for sports.
Damn, I just snitched on myself. Okay.
No, it's okay. Yeah, they've got like, let's see, on their Instagram, they've got, oh man, it's not loading for some reason. Oh, they've got like 6 million followers on Instagram. And then,
Something light.
yeah, no, just keep it simple. And then Twitter, they've got like 1.1 mil. So they're like a pretty big brand. We did this thing with them for March Madness where like you could mint a bracket. You could mint a Game Pass, and then you'd be airdropped a random March Madness bracket. So that bracket would represent like some permutation of like, how you think the teams will end up. And then there was like the team actually put a bunch of the mint revenue back into a pot of like prize money, and then the top 100 wallets like won money. So every week you saw like a bunch of trading activity based on like how the games were doing.
How the brackets are going. That's actually dope. Sick. That really speaks to my DGen side. So I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit closer.
Interest.
Yeah.
This week we're gonna rinse and repeat for NBA playoffs.
So, true. Okay.
Yeah. Check
I will definitely take a look at that, because while I'm not an NBA guy, I'm a sports guy and I'm a gambler and I'm an NFT guy. So these all sound like fantastic things put together.
Yeah. Once I first heard about like this, like doing something with overtime, I just like my brain couldn't stop like thinking about like different possibilities, because like kind of being an NFTs, like being kind of a trader, it's kind of well connected with the sports world, So I was like thinking like, oh, like people will just love it. And then you had like March Madness, which was like the event that was coming, like people go crazy about like March Madness. So like, it was like a unique opportunity. And I'm like, team at Overtime is like, super excited to like onboard all those people to like Web3. And that's
like
looking for
like Top Shot was my introduction to NFTs. So I feel like the more kind of crossover between, normie sports and NFTs or things like that, the more people get onboarded into the space. I like that. I did me and some buddies from Mickey DeGods did Solana Super Bowl squares, and we had a candy machine. You know what a Super Bowl squares board is, right? It's like 10 by 10 board, and all the numbers 0 through 9 are on each side, and whatever the score is at the end of each quarter, like that's the square that wins. And we minted a candy machine that was an entire board of Super Bowl squares and sent sold out. So sports X NFTs, I am all about that.
Yeah. Agree.
All right, I have a few potential features that may or may not come to Magic Eden. Actually, before I do that, I have a very important question. So Sydney is a Mickey DeGod, #1 sub-community in DeGods. I'm sure you've heard of it. Everyone's talking about him. Is there a reason that you guys are fading your boss and you guys aren't Mickeys as well?
Dude.
No, there's no reason from my side. I'm just like a DeGod. I don't want to put myself into another basket.
Oh man, you should try the Mickey basket.
Yeah,
it's full of grease and it's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I'll think about it. Okay.
He's a generic gang member.
Yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared by the premium above the floor for the Mickey uniform.
Oh.
The Sid has been obsessed with you guys for a really long time.
For good reason. Yeah,
I think around New Year's, like in January, he was like, guys, like, how come DeGods is so cool? Like, how do you get the cool culture? This like paper hand bitch tax is like so fucking genius. Sid has loved you guys since day one.
I love that. We have a Mickey DeGods Twitter group chat, and we were talking today about interviewing you guys and how Sid is a Mickey, and we've debated adding them in a couple times, but it's like I don't know if we can expose the CTO of Magic Eden to that much degeneracy.
No, he's super degen. Are you kidding me?
All right, I'm gonna have to run that by the boys then and see. I don't want them to get shy and be like, there's a big head in here. We can't be ourselves. But it truly is a special place. Y'all saw the Bored Ape restaurant, Bored and Hungry?
Oh, what?
You didn't see that? All right.
I saw a picture of it. I didn't look any more into it though.
Yeah, I mean, I saw like a couple tweets about it, but basically in LA, somebody like opened up a Bored and Hungry, and it's all completely Bored Ape Yacht Club themed restaurant. So be on the lookout for an IRL Mickey DeGods one day. Just saying. All right. So like I was saying, some potential features brought to you by the community that may or may not come to Magic Eden in the future. And, if you guys want to write these down and maybe throw some commission our way when you drop them because they're so fire, we're cool for that. This one's already out there, not on Magic Eden. Global offers.
Okay.
Right? We're going to do that for sure?
Okay. Yeah.
Word. Okay. What about offers on unlisted NFTs?
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do that for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you saying
we're recording, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'll just say, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you tell me, you just tell me if something is not already in the pipeline. All right. What about this? So you guys have the escrow system now where you can put in X amount of SOL and place as many offers as you want, within that budget. If one of my offers gets accepted, can you cancel all my other offers?
Oh, you want that?
I want that because it happened to me where I forget what it was that I literally put out 20 offers on, and it's happened two times. The first time one of my offers got accepted and I had to go and I had to cancel 19 other offers. Right. The second time, one of my offers got accepted. I made an offer on something else, which put more money into my escrow account. And one of the old offers that I had got accepted again. Yeah. So,
I mean, like, I get it. It's like, it's different. And like, I had like a hard time even like understanding like how this works. But then like when I started using it, I became like a big fan of it. So basically now I just like put in like, I don't know, 50 SOL and then I do the offers.
I'll tell you what would probably fix that. Global offers would get rid of the need to put 20 offers on the same collection. So maybe we killed two birds with one stone there.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yep. Or maybe like a button cancel all. Cancel all offers would also be like really helpful.
Perfect.
Right?
Cancel all. Run it.
Okay, I'm writing this down.
Okay.
While we're on offers, someone asked from the DDAO, will there be a way to cancel BS offers or counter legit offers as the seller?
Yeah, counter offer function.
Counter offer. I'm not sure. I'll tell you. Like, I'm not sure. Counter offers. And should those be? Yeah. Should those be just install, or should they be also like by offering other NFTs in exchange?
Alpha Art does
Other
that.
NFTs would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
But it has to be something verified on Magic Eden, I would say, right? So I can't make a fake DeGod and offer it to somebody.
Yeah, you know, like what's the problem with that? Like we want to respect creator royalties.
Yeah, fair.
And when you trade an NFT for an NFT, there's no royalty, right?
Fair.
That's kind of a like it's been like on our mind. We wanted to do it, but like we want to respect creator royalties.
All right, so 86 that just counter offers in Soul and eventually Dust. We'll take that. Okay, this one is one of my favorite. Bundles. I want to list a bundle. I want to list a DeGod and a Blocksmith Labs for 200 Soul and let somebody buy them both. That's on there. Cool. I want to list 36 of my rugs for like 0.05 and just clean my wallet out and somebody can buy it. Perfect. Okay.
Yep.
This other one is, it's a feature. So like there's a lot of P2P loan things popping up. What about an option to you guys just buy my shit at like 30%? Like I'm sick of holding this. There's no volume. I just want you to take it.
You would want that. So you would want like a button sell now.
Dude, I'm telling you, like all right, I'm not gonna name drop anything, but I have some, and when I say some, a shit ton of NFTs in my wallet that are worth like 0.05 to 0.07.
Yep.
I'd rather just you take them off my hands for like 0.02 than stare at them. Like give me 30% or something like that of the floor price.
Yeah, that's cool. Like that's like really cool. Like I didn't think like people would pay such like premium, like 30%, 40% like premium just to like sell now. But yeah,
it depends on the collection, right? Yeah. Like I'm not gonna floor my DeGod for 30%, but I have again projects I don't want to name drop because they may or may not have rugged already, but I would like to just get them out of my wallet and give me 0.01, 0.02 for them. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Interesting.
Cool.
Good feedback. Yeah. Is there more?
The last one I have is kind of an IRL feature. You were quoted on January 13th retweeting a certain OX_JIT who quote tweeted you and said Magic Degen. And then y'all said, wow, that's a brilliant play on our name. Maybe we'll make shirts. So when can we expect Magic Degen shirts? And are you going to give credit to OX_JIT? Are you going to sew his name into the tag of them, or how is that going to work? Maybe he gets royalties on those.
Yeah, that's a really good merch idea. Maybe we should just do that for NFT NYC.
Dude, it is a sick idea. It's a great name.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I had for like actual ones though. Slate Chapter, do you guys have any things you'd like to see or ideas for features?
No, I was gonna say you pretty much covered all the questions that I got.
I was gonna say now I wish that I had thought of more, because it seems like we could have asked for pretty much anything. They said yes to 100% of the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's how we do it. We ask what people want to see, and then like we build.
That's what I love to hear, man.
That's how we're working like since day one. But like it's kind of sometimes you have to like prioritize like other stuff. So it's like most of this like that we were talking like that you mentioned now, it's in the pipeline, and it's been in the pipeline like since basically months. But then you have to like we had this potato server situation, right? We solved it. Like it was like really more important for us to be able to scale, right? That was like number one. And then this took like longer than expected, because like we didn't expect that much traffic, like it was like over expectations.
Yeah. I and don't feel free not to give up on that token too. I'm gonna have to go back and read this horrible 7-page white paper that I've now heard so much about, but don't give up on that. Other than that, I like what you guys have been doing. I like the PFPs. I love the new homepage, like I said. Yeah, bulk listing is sick when it works.
I like that meme that you guys posted the other day when OpenSea went live. That was like the Sol Maxi, ETH Maxi, whatever.
Yeah, on the homepage.
They were hugging. Yeah. Are you guys doing anything to like target ETH people or people from OpenSea or anything like that?
Yeah, I was just talking to my team today. So we got off the phone. I don't know if they would want me to mention. Okay, basically like one of the blue chips on Solana. That is a particular brown animal.
Word.
We're probably going to work on educational content with them, specifically targeting ETH
That's
people.
dope.
Yeah. So basically, if you notice, like the day that last Monday when we were anticipating OpenSea coming to Solana, we basically kind of cleaned up our homepage a little bit.
Yeah.
So like we made the carousels really clear and like, you know, just that's like when we had like top market cap projects, OG, different genres that were really clear and created for that ETH person who was trying to get into Solana. And then we put like memes that were like "Welcome to Magic Eden," like
those were great.
Nicolas Cage.
Word.
But yeah, the next few like obvious things to do are just creating a lot of educational content and stepping up our SEO game, and also just like blasting our PR and like spreading the word about Magic Eden. I think right now when normies think about NFTs, they kind of know about OpenSea. And the greatest challenge that we have is like the second you step out of the Solana bubble, like nobody knows Magic Eden.
Facts, yeah.
We're going to work really, really hard to change that because, we should.
Could you?
But also, like, I mean, like, what I see, what's happening, like, when new people are onboarding to kind of NFTs, they don't go to ETH. They go to Solana. They like that's at least maybe I don't know if I live in a bubble. I don't think so. But like I'm talking to other people. But like new people are joining like other blockchains and not just Solana. You have like also like you have Near, you have like ADA, you have I don't know Polygon now. So like people are kind of onboarding chains with a low barrier of entry, with the gas fees because like it's hard to explain people like that are going in what gas fees are.
Yeah.
Like like when you're a newbie, like how would you explain gas floors to someone? So like I think like that's the big advantage of the other chains and especially Solana, and like I see huge potential there and like
I agree. I think ETH like still has the kind of brand recognition almost. Like I knew what Ethereum was second to Bitcoin, right? Like, and I only knew what those two were for a very long time. And it was just kind of happenstance that I stumbled upon Solana when I did. So, do you guys ever see going cross-chain and hosting other NFTs on Magic Eden besides Solana NFTs?
Can I ask the question back to you? So if we were to go to another chain, which chain do you think we should go to?
Near.
Why? I feel like Solana has a lot of love for Near.
So I've used Ethereum and I've used Near and I've used Solana. And to me, I think Near, and this could be because it's young and there's not, the volume is not as high as it is on Solana, but Near to me, does not have a good marketplace. Paris is like, they've put in some work, but it is still an absolute pain in the ass to kind of manage NFTs on Near. But the experience to me is very similar to Solana. It's very streamlined, it's fast, it's cheap. And again, I'm not the right guy to ask because I'm a crypto noob essentially. But I dabbled in Solana or Near NFTs for a few months at the beginning of the year, and it was like a fantastic experience in the NFT sense. And I think there's a lot of quality over there, and there's like some legitimate communities and projects being built. And I think the ease of access and the experience with the blockchain itself is pretty on par to Solana. Like I probably onboarded 3 dozen people to near because all I had to do was send them 0.0001 near to their wallet, which is not a random string of 36 characters. It's whatever you pick your wallet to be .near, which is already sick off rip. And just sent them a tiny little bit, like 5 cents, to get their wallet set up, and then was like, hey, browse this marketplace, look at some NFTs. So for me, that would be the answer. I don't know if it makes sense to do ETH either. Like OpenSea has ETH, right? And I don't know that much about ETH because the few times I've interacted with it, the gas was like a deal breaker to me, and I just didn't even want to touch it after that. So I don't know if it makes sense to kind of go for a younger, chain and a little alpha for you guys. I talked to Soul Big Brain, I don't know, 3 months ago or whatever, when I kind of just learned about Near, and I had some questions for him because I noticed he had the Near Big Brain account going already. And he basically, and it's been a while, so I'm paraphrasing obviously, but his sentiment on Near was basically almost like it's a young Solana, like buying Near at, I think it was $10 or $11 at the time, was like buying Solana at like $15 at the time. So I think, and again, I don't have experience with Cardano or whatever these other NFT chains are, but I feel like Near has the most seamless experience. It just needs some help.
Yeah, it's very young. Yeah, it's very young, and like I'm hearing like that sentiment for like a long time. I didn't went to Near yet. I really don't. I'm like, I don't have time to mint stuff like now on Solana, so I didn't have time. I just like went to like a friend convinced me to buy some stuff on ADA, because like they have like I was actually like pretty surprised because like I'm not a big fan of ADA.
Yeah. I've heard bad things about it.
It's like you either love ADA or you hate it, but like it's kind of a cult like, in my opinion. Which but like I bought some there, but like on Near I didn't have a chance. But like the last 2 months, I'm just hearing all the good stuff about Near, and like people from Near are like people that launch collections there are contacting me. Oh, can you please start Magic Eden on Near? So there's like a lot of and like the community seems like there's a lot of people from Solana.
Yeah.
So it feels like a little and in that sense, like from what I heard, it seems like it. Yeah.
When you get a second too, go to Paris PARAS.ID.
I was there.
That's their main marketplace. It looks like my MySpace page in 6th grade.
To be honest, I actually like.
Oh God.
I like it, but like the UX, so the experience is terrible. Like I actually like dig the design. I don't know, maybe like I'm old school, but like the experience is terrible. Just like buying and shit like.
I literally looked once. I like went to that shit and then I was like, what the fuck, bro, and then left. And then that's about my whole experience with Near.
Yeah, I had a degen phase on Near, and I like raked it in for a little bit because I was one of the first people, I guess, to move over from Solana. So it was like early Solana days where everything I minted like 10x, and I just dumped it on people. But that would be my question. So what is that something you guys have obviously considered as going cross chain still?
I mean, like that was that was the first. So like the old roadmap, like once when we were starting, it was like the first, like we were kind of planning to go like cross chain in the beginning. But like eventually, like we saw, like on Solana, you have so much to do first, right? To kind of like establish yourself, and then like we're definitely thinking about it. Like it's like in my opinion, like the future is cross chain. Like the chains will have to like communicate. So like that's kind of what we're thinking about. But like we kind of feel we want to grow Solana as well. Like Solana has like so much potential, and we want to be, like the ones that are kind of leading the growth. Like we're the number one dApp on it. We have this responsibility.
Let me ask you guys this, and you may not know the answer to this or not, because I, again, am not super familiar with all of the different chains. Is the reason Solana is number 3, I think, I don't know, or the reason that it's, so popular and it's been growing so much because the chain itself is so good, or is it because it just came before some of these other ones? Like Ethereum, right? Basically the number 2 coin to Bitcoin. So they're number 2. Like, is that how you think chains will progress, or is there going to be, are we going to get lapped by somebody?
So I'm not kind of a technical person, but like I spoke to our Eng team at a couple of times. So like, yeah, like, and from what I heard and from what I know, like Solana is the best chain now. Although it has his problems, like with nodes now, with like it's kind of has like problems that because like it's a young chain, so it has to like develop. Like if you look at it, Ethereum is almost a decade old, So we're talking here, we're comparing like Solana to Ethereum, and it's like an 8-year difference.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think like that Solana is the best blockchain, to be honest, and it has like a well-deserved place. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I see Solana as kind of the chain where the majority of traffic will happen. I'm not like a maxi, but like I'm trying to like come to a conclusion from the info I know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, it sounds like you've been around the block a bit, so that's why I asked, because again, I've only been here for a year or so. Are you a Bitcoin guy?
No.
Oh man.
No.
Don't tell Frank that.
I mean, like I am like a Bitcoin guy. I am a Bitcoin guy, of course, because like it all started with it, right?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm kind of a more realistic and try to look into like what's happening now. Like Bitcoin was a movement, and Bitcoin like it's what started all of it. That's now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like
would you say
I own like now I own 0 Bitcoin. Unfortunately, like that's for somebody like the sad truth.
Damn.
But yeah,
I just started buying
I should own
Bitcoin.
some Bitcoin. I know that I should own some Bitcoin.
Do what I do. I just started buying a little bit weekly because Frank told me I had to.
You just got to stack your Satoshis.
Yeah,
stack my sats, bro. I figured out what a sat was too. Would you say Bitcoin is the SMB of blockchains?
Yeah, exactly.
Word.
Yeah, the CryptoPunk of the blockchain, right?
Yeah. Word. Tiff, do you run the Magic Eden Twitter account?
I did for 5 solid months. And a lot of the stuff that like blew up even recently, though, that's still me. But most of the tweets now are 2 guys on my team. Yeah.
Okay, that was my question, because the Twitter game now is phenomenal, dude.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. But I will say the Bring It tweet was me. And the Soul to ETH maxis running towards each other was me.
Smart.
Nicholas Page was also me. But a lot of the other stuff is like the guys now. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now it's funny. I actually have to ask them for permission to tweet. Otherwise, they're like, no, it's not based on our schedule. So. But yeah, I think even early days though, there was before I the reason I handed it off was because I just got way too busy and couldn't do it anymore. But
right.
Yeah, like a lot of the early like shit posting and like responding to people, yeah, that was kind of like, that was just me.
That's what's up.
Messing around. Yeah.
There was a meta or a time period for a little bit there where it seemed like everybody was trying to start a new marketplace. I know I minted a few NFTs that were supposed to give me a piece of a marketplace that I personally haven't checked on in months, and the floor price is not anywhere to be seen. And obviously there's also the existing ones. Solana Art has kind of made some moves, I feel like, to try and get back in the limelight. Do you think that there will be another marketplace that you can see now that may compete with you guys? Because right now it's not even close.
From the new ones that are just starting off?
New, existing, anything at all. And maybe it's OpenSea.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, of course, like, we're kind of like taking everyone as competition, like, and we're kind of like fighting every day to be like better in every segment than them, because like competition is what actually like drives you, like you want to be better. So you want to be better because your competitors are doing good, and you want to be better because like your users deserve it. So like in the end, like for the users, that's like ideal to have like competition. So because like the product everything will become better. So like, yeah, we kind of see, and we're yeah,
But I think it's
we
like,
kind of see everyone as
I
competitive.
think, someone asked our Zed, aka our CEO, this question, and I liked his answer, so I'll just kind of copy pasta here. A while ago, people were about debating like which blogging site is going to be like the most popular, and now we're not even talking about blogs anymore. So
Yeah.
I think the conversation and our even understanding of NFTs will just dramatically change in a way that we can't even predict, right? Even the word NFT feels a little like doesn't
Antiquated.
encapsulate. Yeah, it's like outdated. It doesn't really encapsulate everything that this technology can power. And so maybe in some ways, like marketplaces will look entirely different. Maybe they'll be more, defined within certain industries, or maybe the technology will morph in a way where marketplaces will be based on different types of technology. Like, I think, yeah, we're very grateful for like all the success we've had, but I mean, I think NFT marketplaces, this competition is super stiff. Like, everyone keeps us on our toes every day. But I do think the future is something we can't even fathom at this point. And maybe they'll do stuff well, and we'll do other stuff well.
If you could change NFT, if you could replace the word with a new word for NFTs or acronym, what would it be?
Like, I don't know, because there's so like
You're really putting her on the spot.
no, it's fine.
I've thought about this a few times, and it's like, because you're right, the name like has got to go, dude. Non-fungible tokens, that just sounds fucking nerdy. Like, we need something cooler. JPEGs, like
JPEGs. I would call them like I call them JPEGs. I like, although like they're not just JPEGs, right? But like JPEGs.
What is JPEG?
I don't know what.
Okay, so JPEG itself is an acronym, Joint Photographic Experts Group. You learn something new every day. Can we just take like JPEG, like the word? You know what I mean? That was my answer. I think we just take JPEG.
Does that sound any less nerdy?
Joint photographic.
It fucking rolls off the tongue better, dude. NFT, like, come on. I got two syllables in me.
Yeah, that triple syllable. It does hit a little different.
I mean, the only equivalent I can think of is like the word app in the App Store. How like the apps can just be like anything, right?
Yeah.
It's just
like even app is like way better. I'm a big syllable guy. Like, the more syllables, the less good, if you ask me.
One syllable good.
Yeah, monosyllabic.
Wait, where does the name DeGods come from? And is it DeGod?
Degenerate gods.
Oh,
It's DeGods, yeah.
Damn, I feel like I should know that. But is it okay? Yeah, because I've heard people say DeGod a lot.
Yeah, no, that's Mark, and he's from Michigan, so we just ignore him. Yeah, it's DeGods, degenerate gods. All right, pop quiz. 30 Dust, if you can answer this question in 5 seconds. What does PNG stand for?
Oh my god, I don't know.
Charfu's trying to Google it. I see him.
I mean, I was trying to see. I was like very honest.
3, 2, 1.
Portable network graphics.
Yeah, you cheaters. Yeah, I learned that today too. Don't ask me how.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, we always say JPEGs, but actually NFTs are PNGs.
Yeah, and it's a pain in the ass because every time I try to save one, like from Magic Eden, for example, it's a PNG, and you can't upload a PNG to your iCloud. It's got to be a JPEG. So I got PNG to JPEG converter on standby on my computer.
That's annoying.
I should probably just get a Mac.
Yeah.
Does Soulport Tom scare you guys at all?
I actually have a lot of admiration for what he's done.
Oh, for sure.
I don't have anything bad to say. I think he's like done a really good job with Tyro Robotics. I think he's like clearly like very adored, right? Like by the members of his community.
I meant more in the sense like you think he's coming for you.
I think he's trying.
Okay.
I mean, everyone's trying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not afraid. Like, we're here. Like let's see. Yeah, you know, like let the product speak for itself. Like, and let the company speak for itself. Like, and that's what we're trying to do. Like, we didn't look and compare ourselves to others like that. But like we were just like building. We just knew that we want to have this and this, and we were building it, you know. And we wanted to be like on the frontier of everything. So yeah,
like I would say every
minding our own business.
There you go.
In a way, you know?
Yeah, like
minding our own
it's
business.
not just like a generic line either, but every time we've taken the eye off our ball and we've thought about like, oh, what is this marketplace doing? What is that marketplace doing? It puts us in a position of fear, and like good things don't come out of fear. Like we've made mistakes, like because we were too worried about what other people were doing. But like even I think the OpenSea thing is like the biggest testament to that. Like there's really no one to be afraid of, like straight up.
Bar.
Straight up.
Pretty badass.
Yeah, should we just cut right there?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
There's
like, that was
nobody
a fucking
to
bar.
be afraid of.
Like,
Straight up.
We're focused, but we're not afraid.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Respect it.
Well, all the smoke. I feel that.
All right. Slate Chapter, do you guys have additional questions? I think I've exhausted my my interest and my intrigue with the workings of Magic Eden. How about you guys?
Well, that was a fucking bar, bro. Like, I was gonna say, like, I'm trying to.
That was fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's fucking dope.
That was fun, man. I think the people are gonna really enjoy the insight into how you guys kind of operate and work. And I mean, Magic Eden to us is like the fucking Amazon of Solana, right? Like you guys are number one. So
I don't want to be called Amazon.
Please no.
What?
Please no. Like we're the Magic Eden of Solana.
Right.
We're like, yeah,
okay,
that's
yeah,
like
sure.
yeah, and one dust equals one dust. All right.
Yes. That's a fact.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, exactly.
It does.
Thank you,
Like,
thank you,
we're the
Charfu.
Magic Eden of
Right.
Solana, and like, I just want to add something, like, because like how we did it is like by having fun, you know, like we're having fun on work, like, you know, like working every day. Nobody asks about like, you know, like working hours. There's no like
Yeah.
it's such an atmosphere at work. Like we're all remote. Like we're, you know, like until now we were like 100% remote. Now it's gonna probably like change a little bit, but everybody's so hungry, you know, and they're not hungry about the money. They're hungry about like building stuff. They're hungry, you know, like to do something different, because like we have a unique chance of being, you know, like the pioneers in this space, which we are. And that's like everyone in this company is excited about that, you know, and that's kind of I would say like, you know, our secret sauce. And that, and like, you know, we hired people we're hiring like people from the community. We're taking like, you know, like we're trying to hire like the best people from the community and the best people from the, I would say, like corporate world.
Yeah.
So it's a amazing combination, and like, yeah, the team is something out of this world, you know. Like I like to commemorate this, like I had to tattoo Magic Eden on my wrist.
You got a tattoo of Magic Eden on your wrist?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
That's
sick.
That's there.
Oh, that's cute.
About that life.
I love that. Conviction plays, baby.
That's how you prove it.
Hey, Charfu, will you get a DeGod's tattoo when we hit 333 floor?
I would get a DeGod tattoo, but like not on that low floor.
Thank
like
you.
I'm thinking like higher. I'm thinking like higher. I can do it on 1,000.
Okay.
Like when we hit like 1,000
floor.
Like yeah, it's on record. Like so.
Hey,
yeah.
everybody has their price, man. I added 6 people to the list. I keep a list called Deoths because we had a Deoth period and a lot of people rugged on their promises. So I keep a list now, and I think I added 6 people to the list. Yeah, Wen Parthenon rug with 100 floor price tattoos, and I got a couple 333s. So everyone has their price. So you're locked in for 1,000. Tiff, what floor price?
Yeah, and that's because I'm bullish.
Yeah,
that's because like to show how bullish I am, because like I, you know, like 333. It sounds like we can get there like in a day.
Buddy, I got a fucking DeGod's tattoo at 6 soul floor, so I hear you.
Wait, where is it?
It's I'll show you guys when we wrap, because it's on my leg, so I gotta like get up and get off mic, but I'll show you.
Okay. Yo, I got a question. So okay, so starting with you, Tiff. So what type of music artists are you like working to? Like, are like vibing to when it's time to be productive?
Right now, dude, this is like really embarrassing. Like,
No, run it. Let's hear it.
I'm listening to like a lot of like 90s pop because it's
Oh,
just
that's my jam,
word.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Embarrassing?
real bops. Like,
That's my shit, dude.
Facts.
the honest answer is I like a dredged up Blue from the other day. Do you remember Blue?
Oh yeah.
This song, it's just such a hit.
No, the
I'm Blue. the
Yeah.
Power
Oh
Green,
no,
that
not
one.
Eiffel 65.
oh, not Eiffel 65.
Blue. I was also listening to Craig David.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Silky Smooth.
That
Was it
one
like
song
7
where he
days?
goes through the weekdays or whatever.
Yeah. Monday.
That's
Took her
it.
for
Yeah.
a drink on Tuesday. Yeah.
Wait, what was Blue?
I think they were like a Canadian. No, they were like a British band or something. They were like kind of
Oh dang.
in Taiwan.
I
so-
thought I knew all my 90s music, but I'll have to
You said it's a band from
All right,
Taiwan.
I have this is like what's on my Spotify. I have Benny Benassi. Wow. Okay.
Oh hell yeah.
Young Thug, The Weeknd, Sophie Tucker,
Jeffrey.
and Lil Nas X. And
Dude,
Sasha
Blue was a boy band in the 90s
Yeah,
from London.
that's
Yeah,
correct.
never heard of him. And I like thought I knew all the boy bands.
Yeah, there were like some international boy bands that were like really big in Asia, but like never made it to the States.
Okay. Charfu, what about you?
Like when I have to like really work, I don't listen to anything. But like when I'm like when it's kind of a relaxed atmosphere, I just like I listen to. I hated the Stones. I hated like Rolling Stones for like half of my life,
Okay.
and then when I started to listening to them, like I just didn't stop ever. So I have like a discography like of all their albums, and I'm just like rotating this for the last couple of I don't know how many years.
Wow. Okay.
I just cannot get it. Like it's kind of my soul music probably. I kind of identify myself with probably
That's
a
dope.
lot of what they say. Yeah,
That's some powerful
Big-
shit,
big-
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, mine is
Yeah.
Gucci Mane, so different vibe, but I feel
Yeah,
you on that.
But like I mean, like I live like mostly when I go out, like I cannot be somewhere like out without like listening to some techno or minimal or stuff like that. So I don't go out like wherever I have like anything
Yeah.
else than this.
You know what I realized? Like I actually like I listen to music when I'm driving, but like I actually don't listen to a lot of music when I work because most of my work is like taking calls. Like
Oh, true.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't listen to like lyrical stuff when I work because like the lyrics distract me.
Yeah, I know, because you'll be like stuck. Like, wait, yeah, word.
So when I'm working or like when I was in school and like studying or something and I had to focus, I either listen to like lo-fi or I listen to like screamo. So you can't understand the words.
What a spectrum.
Yeah.
Have you heard of
Primo.
Explosions in the Sky? That's what I used to listen to study Explosions in the Sky.
Oh,
What is that?
love them. They were big on Friday Night
Yeah.
Lights. Just like instrumental,
Okay.
kind of calm. But just FYI, like this is like my work schedule. Like every day looks like it's just
Slammed.
stacked.
She's showing us her
jeez.
phone. It's her calendar. It's slammed. We're trying to do better with our talking about visual things on a podcast.
Yeah, it's just real intense. Just
Yeah.
one call.
I believe it, man. That's I tried to schedule a call with Frank about a project I'm working on, which I'll probably DM you guys about too, getting listed. And he has a calendar now, and it's like, all right, you want to talk to Frank? 1 a.m. That's
Make
the
an
only time it's open.
appointment,
Yeah, make an appointment, and it's 3 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, that's why he calls me like when it's like 6 a.m. For me, and then like the only time I'm sleeping, like those my 3 hours a day if I get them, and then I get a call from Frank. Hey, dude, you have to do this, and I'm like, okay, Frankie, yeah, we'll do it. And I talk like for a couple of minutes with him and go back to sleep. Yeah.
Well, it's what, 1 a.m. for you now, Charfu, too?
1 a.m.
And then Frank is 3 hours behind me, so he probably calls you at 4 a.m.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
You probably have a
And-
DJ and sleep
or when I
schedule.
wake up, or when I wake up when it's like I don't know 7, 8.
Okay.
Then like it's already late for him, and then we talk. Yeah. But his sleep cycle is also like pretty impressive
Yeah.
in my opinion. Doesn't get much.
So when you guys have like a busy ass, like like okay, like Tiff, like you showed us your schedule. So you guys have like a busy ass day, like you guys don't like during your commute, you guys don't listen to a specific type of music. Like you guys will be like, oh yeah, it's about to be a crazy day, so you throw that shit on, and then you know what I mean.
Depends on the mood, bro.
Well, the mood is like it's fucking grind time, bro.
You're
like,
setting the mood, okay?
Yeah, fucking yeah. You guys don't think about it like that. You guys don't be like, oh yeah, I'm about to throw that shit on. You know what I mean? You get up, like you jump in the whip. You know what I mean? You got all your shit together, and it's time to get there, right? And you guys don't have like no go-to, I guess, genre of music, or you guys just listen to whatever.
I usually work from home, so there's no like whip.
Oh, word.
Oh yeah, they're Web3. I forgot.
Yeah.
I mean, I like DMX or like.
You mean in the walk from my bed to my computer? What do I listen to? Sorry.
I have like a lot of. I think I listen. I'm in like Kanye's like top 3% of all time listeners. Like,
word.
So.
Oh wow!
So,
Humble brag.
I actually
Let's go.
Really like. I like his old stuff.
Same, agreed.
Yeah.
She likes the old Kanye.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
See me, bro. Like I don't know. I gotta fucking turn on like I remember like JB was talking about school. Like I remember when I had like fucking tests and shit. Like I just gotta fucking throw on. It's gotta be just some violent ass fucking rap music. That's what it's gotta be. Because the way I think about it is like when it comes to like let's just say gangster rap, right? It's a whole lot about not like, hey man, when I see you, I think I'm going to do this, but maybe not. It's about execution. That's what it's about. Like not execution, like let's say killing somebody.
Yeah,
but
violent
but it's completion. Like in the sense of like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this and do that, and it's
I don't know
like
if completion was a better word to use there.
yeah, word. But it's a fucking vibe, bro. I'll be like, yeah, like I'll fucking turn on some fucking Pac. Like, like, man, that's what I'm saying. One of these days, you guys, this is what you gotta do. You gotta wake up, fucking roll out of bed and be like, Alexa, play Troublesome by Tupac. And then I'm telling you guys, just start your day and then see how productive you are. I'm telling you. It's like a major key.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Noted.
Yeah. Do you guys, Tiff, Tarfu, have any other questions for us? Slate Chapter, you all got any questions?
I think you guys are cool as fuck.
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I meant by the Amazon comment too. Is it's like y'all are like a big fucking deal in Solana,
Facts.
but then it's like, yeah, you're just two cool ass people, and like I'm bullish on that.
Oh, we're just human, yeah. Like we're just human, like we're just like you, yeah, kind of. And like the whole company is like that. I like what I like to compare like our kind of a founders, like those are guys that will like. That will drive like Toyota Corollas all their life.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, you seem
that kind of.
You seem a lot cooler than Jeff Bezos does. Is what I was getting at. So, but this has been real. It's obviously been a pleasure, and we really appreciate you guys, giving us your time and agreeing to come on here. And it's nice to get to know, like I said, one of the biggest entities in the space, who's kind of boots on the ground and behind it. So I really appreciate you guys coming on.
For sure.
Oh, thanks. Like, yeah, this was.
This was That's all you got for me? This was Damn, bro. I take it all back.
No, that was amazing. Like, thank you for the invite. Like, this was super cool and super relaxed. Yeah.
Anytime. You guys are welcome anytime. Let us know. I heard you wanted to sponsor the live DeGodCast NFT NYC episode, so let us know how that's going to go. We'll get you guys up on stage with us, and we'll have a good time. I got a gang of people that I'm recruiting to get DeGod's tattoos on stage at NFT NYC. So, you can either get one, or you can watch, or maybe like you can do some of the tattooing. Like let you hold the gun for a little bit. So, what's your floor price, Tiff?
Okay. So here's my deal. If Charfu gets a tattoo, I'll get a tattoo.
Word. 1,000 soul.
Ooh, that's an easy one.
No,
1,000 soul.
So.
Yeah, 1,000 soul. All right.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's in stone now. Yes.
Programmed, and I will hold you to it. Trust me.
Oh, you won't have to. Like I'll be at Tattoo Salon. Like when we're all already like around 900, I'll just like schedule something, so it's fine.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I have a bet or an agreement, I guess you could call it, with somebody that if I fly to NFT NYC, they'll get a tattoo. So
Wow.
it doesn't take much, but 1,000 Sol.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
And maybe they're like me and they're already tatted, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, all right, 1,000 Sol, Chartfu, and Tiff. It's going on the list. Fantastic. Love to hear it. Appreciate you guys.
Awesome. Can't wait.
All right, you guys have a good one, and we'll be in touch. It's been a blast.
You guys are killing it.
Thank
Great
you.
job. Love the podcast. Keep going.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
DeGods to the moon.
DeGods to the moon, baby.
And Slate chapter.
All right, and as for the shout-outs, we got the homie Beam, B33M, hashtag DFitness on Twitter. You know what it is. And he would like to say, if you were listening to this, you fucking made it. Great work. Hit continue to save the game.
And Slate chapter. We out.